All right, ready to go. Oh, this lady should be driving or not. She took her 20 minutes. Well, she's doing it herself though. Took her 20 minutes to get the walker into the car. Now it's taking her another 5 minutes to get
Oh,
into
we
the
got a new
driver.
pope.
Oh, all right. Who got it?
I don't know how many attempts. I think they had to do like two more before they got ourselves a new pope.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we had 10 people that were. Oh, you had to go in front of me anyway, didn't you? What a dick. You seen me coming.
Yep.
I can say, I hope you're turning left. Yeah, I thought so. Why would you turn right? Unless you got it delivered that way.
Yep, just about half an hour ago.
Oh, wow. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, I remember when they got done yesterday, they had the black smoke going. They said they weren't.
Yeah, I want to know how many attempts. I think this is like their third attempt before they had a pope.
Second have. They had yesterday and today.
Hmm. Well, yeah, but they were saying about two more before they can make a decision before they had to take a break.
Oh, okay. I was
But
just
you might
doing
be right. It
60.
could be two, but it also could be three because they were because two boats were scheduled.
Yeah. Well, at least they got it figured out. But yeah, if you go to Grok and look up the history of the conclave, and there's a lot of information on Grok. What's interesting is there's one part of it though where they just had the zero A and some other number or whatever, and I got to that part and it just kept on scrolling. Finally got down to the bottom, and you don't want to copy that for everybody. But just the stuff above it though, pretty interesting information. So,
Yeah.
and I never really been too much interested in history as a whole, but certainly not church history really. But I guess
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more interested in history in general, and that
Yeah.
kind of falls within the church
Yeah.
history as well.
I was being told it was the third round that they were able to
Okay,
get a pope.
all right. So my cutting out the extra sugar, like Pop Tarts in the morning and Pop Tarts in the afternoon, and whatever else extra sweets, sugary snacks. Um, Cut out all that. That cuts out your weight problem, or it should. Unless you have another health issue that's causing the problem.
Yeah.
That could be too. Sometimes people have that problem. Thyroid is a big problem that causes some of that weight
Yeah.
gain.
I just like looking at one of my community chats, and they say, "Hey, we just got ourselves a new pope." And it's like, turn the TV on.
Did you get it? Did you get his name? No.
Um, they're waiting on the pope to come out.
Okay. Now, how long did he serve with the Catholic Church?
I don't think I can tell you that yet.
Okay, well, they usually have a history of each one that was the candidates. There were 10 candidates that were eligible to run, and I'm trying to figure out, is it longevity within the church, and do they have to be Italian, or can they be Spaniard or
I think
French?
the last pope was from either Argentina or Brazil.
Oh, so Latino then, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Brazilian, but you know what I mean. Not Spain, but not really Spanish, but more Latino than Brazilian. I got you. All right. I guess you can
Yeah.
call it that too. That's kind of all kind of confusing when you talk about
Yeah.
different
So we
nationalities in that
gotta.
region.
So it is confirmed. I'm gonna say that it was the third round. They were
All
able
right.
to a decision.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, the earliest that I know of that conclave starting was the 13th century, so 1200 AD or something like that.
Was it true that back in the 16th century ish or so that it took them 10 or 11 years to reach a consensus?
Oh, I don't know. I know that they had one guy that only served for 33 days. That I can't figure out why he only had 33 days, except the fact that he might have died, you know. But why would they vote somebody in just for 33 days? And I have to vote another person in. Then the one guy resigned for whatever reason.
Mhm.
Usually it's a lifetime appointment, though, Bobby. So why would he resign? Benedict 16, I think. Say hi to Mr. Rock, though.
Oh, hey, Mr. Rock. Is he Catholic?
Which one, Mr. Rock? Nah,
Yeah.
he's a non-denominational,
Okay.
but he does believe in the higher power, which we call God. But I don't know if he uses that language or not. I don't think he uses that language. He just says higher power. There is a creator and a higher power, yes.
Yeah.
And then it'll explain to me what you people call God. See, that's what's weird, Bobby, is that out there in the universe, people are going to have different words and different things that they call the creator, you know? And it could all be the same one that we're talking about, God, right?
Hmm.
And yet, they're all, they're saying something else, which we might not see it the same way, but in reality, it is the same.
Yeah.
And so I think, in our in our Bible uh, understanding, I think that God can create any life He wants to anywhere. Okay, any way He wants to create it. If He wants to create alien beings, and have them going around in outer space somewhere, that's up to Him. He's the creator. He can do it. You know. Um, he wanted to create human beings on planet Earth. That's why we're here. All right. And so I do think that we were possibly a test, like an experiment type of thing to see if we'd survive. I don't know that he was counting on us to survive. An example of that would be Noah's Ark and the flood. Obviously, the flood would have wiped everything out, right?
Right.
And then you know, then the human race wouldn't be here. But so what's interesting is that the human race is still here, and the Bible describes the flood as being it covered all of the earth, Bobby. The whole earth was underwater.
Hmm.
So that was for 40 days or whatever, right? 40 days, 40 nights, whatever. And then all of a sudden, sent the bird out and came back with a twig. Oh, yes. Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
Get off the
Did
boat finally.
I tell you the other day that my cousin got arrested?
Yeah, yep, yep.
And I knew that was going to happen. He was gonna f up so badly, and the next thing you know, he's there.
Yeah, he went to a location where he was not supposed to go, and he's probably on probation already, which that doesn't help him. He needs some counseling, Bobby. He needs some help,
Yeah, I know.
and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying it.
Because
He
I
needs
think
to
he can
seek.
still get busted. And if the
Yep.
police comes and they find out about the stuff he's been using, I'm probably gonna get thrown out.
We don't want you getting in trouble,
Yeah. I'm gonna get
especially if you had nothing to do with it. You're just trying to live a good life and be a good person, and then somebody else gets you in trouble with their stupid shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's wrong. I think if there's any way you can figure out some way to get him help and maybe get him into a halfway house or something like that, then he can be on his own, and he doesn't
Yeah.
have to rely on you and your uncle. And if he has that, does he get like disability payments or anything?
He doesn't have disability. But
Okay,
how
so
but how can you afford 105K just to bond him out?
oh wow,
Give me something that's worth like 150,000, and I'll be able to do it.
oh wow.
Even though the bond's about 105K.
Well, he has to get. I think if he's still arrested, is he still arrested now?
Yeah, he's still in prison.
Okay, if he he should request some help, psychological help. I'm serious. I
Yeah.
would recommend. Not that I'm a doctor now. Don't take my advice, but I would recommend that you ask about it or he asks about it. And I think if he gets the correct help and then he realizes, hey, maybe I shouldn't live this way, and then he can clean himself up. I mean, they have programs for that. You know,
Right.
and not saying anything bad about him, Bob. I'm just saying that the programs are there to help people, and you get the right person that's going to help you get through it and get over it, then I think you can be a lot better person in that situation. And I know that you and your uncle probably worry about him quite a bit when he goes hanging out with the wrong people and everything. And one, if he doesn't get arrested, he can be hurt. He can be shot. He can be whatever. So
Yeah.
first thing is to figure out what's the attraction that he has for this kind of activity that he wants to stay with these kind of people. And when you get
Yeah.
that figured out, then you can start.
Yeah. If you can try to hurry up real soon, you'll be able to catch that Pope.
Oh yeah, well I gotta still gotta go to the post office even though she'll be closed here in 4 minutes. She'll probably be gone by the time I get there. I mean,
Or better yet, when you're at the bar, download the Pluto TV app and go like let's say CBS News or NBC News or whatever,
The Pluto, yeah. That,
From your phone.
yep, yep. I think I have that already. I'll check. And I did set up the Microsoft Teams on the phone, and I noticed that on the phone app, Skype doesn't even show up unless you do a search on it. Then it'll say use Microsoft Teams. Uh-oh. What are they barking for?
I don't know. My dog might be barking at random. I do need to put the drakes up though. Whenever I get
Uh-oh.
done here.
Well, I'm almost home. I'm almost at the post office. That's when I'll stop it. All right. So yeah, say a prayer for your cousin. You know, he can be helped if he wants to be, but don't worry too much about it. And I think God can be in control of this one, and if he's willing to respond to God's suggestions, he could be cured. Ah, but I think if he requests counseling and help and all that stuff, then I think that would be good for him. And I don't know how many times he's tried to stay away from this kind of stuff or whatever, but I can imagine it's been a struggle, right?
Right.
So I think the best thing we can do is pray for him.
Mhm.
Ba, 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 ba. I got you, Mr. 30 speedometer checker. Utility work, uh-oh. That doesn't mean I lose power. Oh, unless she's working late. She can have a customer. But no, get there on time. Oh, he beat me here again, that guy with the white car. He beat me here last time.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yep. I'm almost at the post office, so we'll see you next time. Alright, let me get in here. Get parked. Alright, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
All right, thank you for watching.